we're out on the patio listening to the cats and the train and the well, the diesel engine. You can hear it humming in the background. Yeah, maybe it's a sign of the gospel of the impressions. You hear the diesels humming. Oh, never mind. Okay, I'm old. Okay, but guys, let's get to Machiavelli and Pascal. All right, Machiavelli's in the 1400s. Pascal's 1600s. Okay, so Montague was Machiavellian. Okay, Machiavellian is pragmatism. Once people started the vulgar texts and people started circulating, for the longest time, the clergy had controlled access to the Gospels, and they were the go-betweens. And then there was a lot of argument about it. And once the Scripture started circulating in the vulgar text, there was so much mythological fantasy in them to manipulate the masses in its early conception that Machiavelli was like, you can't do this anymore. Or you can't use mythology and religion to manipulate the masses. You need pragmatists. Okay, only pragmatists can achieve and obtain success on planet Earth, free from the delusions of mythology. And only stupid people can be talked into believing mythology. So a pragmatist doesn't trust stupid people because they're gullible and they're taken in and you can't trust them. So you have to have business partners around you that, no, you don't go to heaven. There's no magic. Jesus isn't a God. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. And what Pascal says when he reads the Gospels, he goes, obviously they were changed by the corporation, that is the Machiavelli people, that used that to manipulate the masses. Now, what's the difference of using mythological religion to manipulate the people with magical real estate afterlives, as same as using money and delusions of authority and class movement, class warfare? Okay, it's the same hoodwinking. It's just you're just remarketing, you're just remodeling. Do you understand? Okay. And so that's Machiavelli and Montague arguing with Pascal. And with me, and like when I read the Gospels at first when I was young, because they gave us these mythological books and I went to the Mormon church and they taught mythology, I rejected it. Okay. When we got Eckankar, I rejected a lot of it too, because it was also based off of mythology and didn't have strong, solid mathematical evidence to support what they said. Okay. I don't believe in things that aren't real. When I'd watch cartoons, you can't shoot that cat through the thing, and so it would kill him, and then the cat. So you'd watch it and go, okay, that ain't really happening. It's not true. Okay. So you have to be able to be intelligent enough to discern and say, okay, Superman's just a figment of someone's imagination. You can't fly, and there's no flying Kryptonians. And so you had to sit there and realize what was fantasy and what was reality. And the horrible thing about reality was like when you had watched the war movies or the Seven Samurais and watch these men murder each other and not live like Jesus Christ, like they taught us at the church doors. Okay. And so you gotta understand, that's why I'd asked Jesus those things when I was about 5. And I said, oh, that'd be horrible, Jesus. He goes, Earl, you could walk up to a guy as big as Goliath, sleep his leg, bam, he hits the back of the ground, just take this part of your hand, shove his nose to the back of his skull at 5 years old, Earl. Yeah, I've seen 5-year-old Chinese and Japanese girls break cinder blocks with their hand. Okay, thanks, Jesus. And if they can do it, you can do it too. And me, as far as human beings go, whoa, yeah. So they take you, they isolate you, and they abuse you. And I understand this. This stuff has happened for thousands of years to people like myself, from people that are inadequate and not like myself, because they lack the capacity to be humble. They lack the capacity to be caring and kind. You know, Jesus, I'm here to circumcise their hearts, to take away the foreskin of their group authority through violent tribal sex cult, pragmatism. Okay. Barack Obama thinks he's a pragmatist. Yeah, good luck with that. We don't believe in luck, you do? Yeah, but they do. Thanks. When Polly's in trouble, I am not slow. It's hip, 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 and away I go. With the sleeping compartment of my ring, I don't wear rings, but I lost only one wedding ring. I bought one. It was too big. Lost it in the cooler in Sierra Vista at the Fry's on Highway 92. That's the only wedding ring I lost. The other ones I hawked at the jewelry store to pay bills for the kids. Yeah, so Steffi shouldn't get mad because that was my wedding ring. I had to hawk Patrick's for diapers and for moving money. I had Steffi's ring, and then Amy lost like 5 or 6 or I don't know how many wedding rings we bought that lady. She lost more wedding rings than you could shake a stick at her. I saved the one from Patrick's mother's marriage, and then had to hawk it at that gold store across the street from Fiesta Foods to help pay bills and get gas money. And the other one I bought when I was with Amy, I lost in the. It was too big. It had the thing of the tribes of Israel because they were fucking with my head at Fort Huachuca, and it fell off. Well, because they're head fuckers. So lost a ring from head fucking. Oh, the wearer of the ring, the bearer of the ring. You know, I'm okay with that. It was just a stainless steel with gold kind of thing on it. Yeah, so it didn't mean that much to me. What meant to me was my vows that I made to Amy and how much I cared about her and how much I cared about the kids, and my vows I made to Steffi and how much I cared about her and how much I cared about Patrick. And I still do care about them immensely. I just don't want to be abused by them, you know, and neglected by them. And, you know, people born before me that don't accept what I'm doing as valid aren't equipped psychologically and emotionally. They're genetic sequences of people that, and then people born after me are equipped, but they use technological abuse through Wi-Fi, through, you know, constant bombardment while people are sleeping. So I don't get mad at Patrick, and I don't get mad at people born before me that don't accept what I'm doing, because they've been taught to believe fantasy, and then they're not pragmatic. They need the fantasy in order to survive the abuse of their family member who's perfect, like David or Job or Jonah or Daniel or Joseph. So I understand my family completely. No, Earl, Jesus is the God and he'll save you, so accept him as God. It's like, it's not going to work. We have to forgive the interest. Okay. Scientists are calling you idiots, and but the scientists are idiots too. But technically my family's not idiots. Well, because the scientists have a virtual presence in my family's house and constantly manipulate and abuse them like they do animals in a cage at Caltech with my umbilic, okay? And my family doesn't do that to them. And then they try to make my family feel inadequate intellectually and psychologically because they torture them. Like, you know, like with Leonard with the thing when she said, you know, they attacked electrode to the brain and it has sex thing and they'll press the button until it kills him, and then Leonard says, who wouldn't, right? It's kind of funny, but it's not really when you're sexually tortured and stuff. It's horrible. Yeah, no, I don't worry about, they tell me, and I believe it, that it's possible to have a romantic life once this is all over. You know, like the Golden Bachelor and Bachelorette, and then have a good life with Johnny Mathis, wonderful, and you know, when I'm with you and stuff like that. They tell me it's still tangible, but I don't concern myself with that. You know, I do things to keep myself alive so I can help people live the Lord's Prayer, but I don't spend my time thinking, oh wow, sex with Jennifer Lopez and my cat and an Adobe house made just for me by my village in the Gila. I don't think like that. No, I just, you know, I tried thinking like that, thinking, you know, but I didn't see any pragmatism thinking, you know, because the Jennifer Lopez Disney mindfuck people have never showed up, and they're not going to. Right? So I thought, you know, well, I get my sons and my kids' mommies through this, you know, maybe something will happen there. You know, maybe they'll get a chance to redeem themselves over being manipulated by the worst jerks in the history of the world, right? And that's what I was focusing on, but they don't show up. They don't show up and tell everybody, I'm so proud of Ralphie. I'm so proud of Earl, you know. He gets up for the Lord's Prayer, he gets abused, and it's obvious, and nobody else stands up with him, and he's, you know, like Michelle, you know, Earl's not doing anything wrong, and I'd help him, you know, he's just trying to help do good, and, you know, I'd help him if I could, okay? Both Steffi and Amy don't have that, the way that Michelle is. They don't have that in them. You know, he's right. We should all help Earl. He's right, okay? Michelle had that, and the Temple Set Illuminati murdered her. Okay. They told me at Fort Huachuca they can program people like they're programming a video game, okay? I think a lot of people that are selfish and believe in everything they've done in conflict over money program themselves. I don't think they have a lot of, it doesn't take too much, like Rockefeller said, you know, they'll gladly kill for me, my grandpa's money, and watch you and Jesus. I don't think it takes too much for them to trap them in their ego and think, I worked hard for my money, you're just jealous. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's look into a reverse mortgage. Investigate it. Just forgive, debt, and trespass, and love one another, okay? An eternal faithful piece. Okay, Magnum PI? Private investigator. Investigate yourself privately and ask yourself if you're stupid or not stupid and looking for space and flying around to John Denver songs thinking you need more money at a concert. That's okay. I got this. I know what I'm doing. Okay, guys? I love you, all right? Peace.